Let's stop lying. You don't watch it because you enjoy it. You don't drink because it tastes good. You don't scroll because you're curious. That's the story you tell yourself. But it's not the truth. The truth is simpler and worse. You don't know how to sit with yourself. Silence exposes something in you, something unfinished, something unresolved, something you've been running from for years. And every time it gets close, you reach for something. A screen, a substance, a distraction, a body, anything. Not to feel better, but to feel less. Because if you were truly at peace, you wouldn't need constant stimulation to survive your own mind. Think about that. If your life was enough, why do you keep needing to escape it? No one likes this idea because it removes the illusion. It removes the comfort of calling it pleasure. It forces you to see it for what it is. A coping mechanism, not a luxury, not a reward, not a choice, a survival pattern. And survival patterns don't ask for permission. They take over. You were never addicted to pleasure. You were addicted to relief. There's a difference. Pleasure expands you. Relief numbs you. Pleasure makes you present. Relief helps you disappear. And what you call enjoyment is often just the absence of pain. Temporary, artificial, borrowed. And like anything borrowed, it has to be paid back with interest. That's why it escalates. Because what worked yesterday barely works today. So you increase the dose, increase the time, increase the intensity. Not because you want more pleasure, because you need the same level of silence. And your mind, your nervous system, your unresolved history won't let you have it for free anymore. So you go deeper, not into pleasure, into dependency. Here's the part no one tells you. You didn't sit down one day and decide to destroy your life. You adapted. At some point, something in you hurt. Maybe not dramatically, maybe not obviously, but enough. Enough to create tension, enough to create emptiness, enough to create noise inside your own head. And you found something that worked, something that gave you a break. For a few minutes, you could breathe. For a few seconds, you weren't yourself, and that felt like relief. So you repeated it, again, 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 until repetition became identity, until identity became dependency, until dependency became you. And now you call it a bad habit. But it's not just a habit, it's a strategy, an old one, a desperate one, a necessary one, at the time. But time changed, and the strategy didn't. There is a version of you you don't want to meet, not because it's evil, but because it's uncomfortable, needy, lonely, angry, insecure, afraid, human. But instead of facing it, you buried it. And buried things don't die. They mutate, they leak, they influence, they take control from the background. That's why your behavior feels automatic, because part of you is acting without you. And every time you escape, you reinforce that split. One part of you runs, the other part grows louder, until escape becomes the only way to function. This is not loss of control. This is divided self. You think the problem is discipline. It's not. If it was, you would have solved it already. You've promised yourself before. You've tried to stop. You've made rules. And still, you go back. Why? Because you're fighting the symptom while protecting the cause. You're trying to remove the behavior without replacing what it was doing for you. So your system resists, not because it wants to sabotage you, but because it still needs what that behavior provides. Relief, escape, distance, silence. Take that away without understanding, and your mind will drag you back. Not gently, compulsively. That's why willpower collapses, because you're not fighting a habit, you're fighting a function. You are not addicted to the thing, you are addicted to what it does for you. And until you face that, nothing changes. You can delete the app, avoid the substance, block the website, and it might work for a while. But the need remains, and needs don't disappear. They relocate. That's why people quit one addiction and fall into another. Different form, same function. Because the problem was never external. It was internal, silent, ignored, waiting. Here's where most people expect hope. A method, a system, a clean way out. There isn't one. Not the kind you want, because the real way out is the one you've been avoiding. You have to feel what you've been escaping, fully, without interruption, without anesthesia, without distraction. And that's the part almost no one is willing to do. Because it's not comfortable, it's not quick, it doesn't feel like progress, it feels like falling apart. But you're not falling apart. You're meeting what was always there. And for the first time, not running. Your addiction is not your enemy. It's a message, a distorted one, a destructive one, but still a message. It says, something in you is unresolved. Something in you needs attention. Something in you is still waiting to be seen. And you have two options. Keep silencing it. Or finally listen. Because at some point, this stops being about pleasure. It becomes about truth. And truth is simple. If you need to escape your life constantly, then your life, as it is not working. Not philosophically, practically. And no amount of distraction will fix that. Only confrontation will. So the real question is not, how do I quit? It's this. What am I avoiding? That feels worse than destroying myself? Answer that. And for the first time, you're not fighting the addiction anymore. You're understanding it. And that's where it starts to lose power. Maybe no one ever told you this clearly, but facing yourself like this isn't normal. Most people don't. Most people keep running, keep numbing, keep pretending. And you didn't. You stayed. You watched. You thought about it. That already puts you in a different place. And honestly, just being here, watching these videos, coming back, reflecting, you're already supporting more than you think. That matters. But if something in this content resonates with you, if it made you pause or see yourself a little more clearly, then there's a way to go deeper. Becoming a member gives you access to over 100 exclusive videos, content that goes further, darker, more honest, the kind most people avoid. And if you want to support in a simple way, you can also use super thanks, not as an obligation, but as a way of saying, this mattered. Either way, watching, sharing, staying here, you're already part of this, and that's not small.